It's been a week since Hurricane Irma made landfall in the Florida Keys. CBS News national correspondent Manuel Bojorquez is in Marathon, Florida, with an update.
Well, John, as people start to return home, they will find in many cases that their homes are gone. FEMA estimates that 25% of homes here in the Florida Keys were destroyed by Hurricane Irma, and a large number have heavy damage. Now, to be clear, not all parts of the Florida Keys look like this. Some parts escaped the worst of Irma, but in neighborhoods like this, it could be months, even years, before people can completely rebuild.
And well, what is the greatest need throughout Florida right now?
Well, it will be a financial one going forward as people try to get back on their feet, not only insurance claims, but also seeking assistance from FEMA. You can hear right now still some of the resources being deployed to help people. Helicopters and Navy ships are being positioned just off the Keys. But we should tell you that a week out from the hurricane hitting here, there are still pockets of South Florida that do not have power. And here in Monroe County, there are areas that lack clean running water, fuel, and food. The governor of Florida, Rick Scott, said he's already spoken with the president and FEMA about what he considers the most pressing need going forward for the island chain, and that, of course, is housing.
And Manuel, what at this point do people think about the government response? Are they giving it a grade?
Not a grade just yet, if you will. No response is ever going to be considered perfect. And there are certainly people who decided to ride out the storm who would say they faced a few days of desperation waiting for food and water. But from what we could see, the preparation and cooperation between local, state, and federal officials really did pay off. We're talking about state officials urging people to evacuate as early as possible. And also from the federal government, all 5 branches of the military being pre-positioned in areas nearby so that after the storm passed, they could try to get to some of the hard-hit areas and deliver food and water as quickly as possible. The big question, of course, going forward will be how people view the government's role in the recovery phase.
Manuel Bojorquez, thanks so much, Manuel, and we'll be back in a moment.